Hello everyone. Happy Friday. I am not exactly live today, but I have a video that you haven't seen, so it would be a premiere type video. I did this especially for today because I am at my virtual conference. It's called On Stage, and On Stage at Home, since we can't go anywhere for conferences right now. Anyway, we are doing a On Stage at Home, so I am participating in that today, but I thought I would give you a sneak peek of some of the new products that are coming out in the spring catalog. And before we get started, I'm just going to show you a couple business items, of course, like I always do. Let's see here. I can move these up a little bit. All right. So, of course, Paper Pumpkin, you have only a few more days to subscribe to the Paper Pumpkin. It's going to be some 15 gingerbread themed gift card carriers and envelopes. You can always make them into cards if you'd like, or create all kinds of different things. So there's many things you can do besides the suggestion that they give you. So that's one of our items that is coming up. And they also just released the Curvy Celebrations. It's an exclusive and early release product, and the exclusivity is the Christmas part. It is only going to be available from now until January 4th, and then this part goes away and the Quite Curvy bundle stays. So for right now, you can get the variety bundle at 10% off for $70.50, and it comes with everything. And like I said, that's only available until January 4th. So you might have seen a sneak peek or two while I was flipping the paper around, but in the January-June 2021 mini catalog, also known as the Celebration Catalog or the Spring Catalog, you'll hear it referred to as all three of those things. Here is one of the new products, or some of the new products actually. These are the ones that we get to use for On Stage today, and I'm pretty excited. I don't know what we're going to make, but I've cut up all my papers and I'm ready for my directions. So I thought I'd come up with a quick card for you to show you just a couple of the products here and there. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's look at the products. First of all, we had a Dragonfly set with dies not too long ago, and now we have a Dragonfly set back. This has got this gorgeous, I think they're black-eyed Susans. I don't know that they're really daisies. And then there's some dandelions and the dragonflies, excuse me, and some very nice sentiments. So it's a cling stamp set, so it is, and I've got mine all assembled and ready to go to share with you. We have some braided linen trim. It's like our other linen trim, but of course this one is in Mossy Meadow. So that is an awesome little product. It has a punch that goes with these two dragonflies, which are awesome. And this punch, this top part of the punch, actually fits with some of the paper. So that works also very nicely. And I'll show you the paper in just a second. Then we also have these little ladybug trinkets. And I found out today that you can color these red. So I thought we'd do that really quick and see how that would work. Now, I know I've showed you how to dye ribbon with our blends, but you can also dye pearls. Oh, I think I did show that with you also. But you can also take and color, because it's alcohol based, it will dry and not smudge or smear. So I thought as long as I had this paper out and I didn't need that part, we'd go ahead and make one of the ladybugs red. Pretty cool. So we'll let him dry while we look at the paper. or her dry. I guess a ladybug has to be a girl, right? Haha. So this is Dandy Garden paper. I shouldn't have taken that away quite so fast. Here, we'll put the ladybug there. All right. Every time you see a pack of our paper, you'll see the list of the colors that coordinate with it. This one color coordinates with Basic Black, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, and Whisper White. So those are the colors you're going to see in this paper. Let me grab a drink really quick. Excuse me. All right. So, like I said, you're going to see all those colors in here. Here's Blackberry Bliss, Calypso Coral, Bumblebee. What else did I say? Oh, Mossy Meadow. And Misty Moonlight is in the bee leaves. So I'm going to pick this paper up and I'm going to share it with you. Now, some people aren't really fans of dandelions, but the good thing about Stampin' Up! Paper is that if you don't like dandelions, the other side is going to be a pretty neat shade to use anyway. For example, I'm trying to get one. For example, there's dandelions. There's something prettier, maybe. There's some Blackberry Bliss dandelions, but the other side has those. Here are some other dandelions, but on the back is some very blue Misty Moonlight, very pretty Misty Moonlight paper. So there we have it. That is what we are going to use, is that paper. So those are all the products I've been able to get so far. We also get to order early. Thanks to you and my family and friends and all your support. I had I was recognized for 3 different levels. Last night, I have reached level 1 this past year. Stampin' Up's year goes from October to the following September. So I was recognized. I reached level 1 for leadership, team, and sales, or team building. Leadership, team building, and sales. So anyway, I was pretty excited. I've never done that before. So yay me. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a little bit of a fun fold today. And we're going to start off with a piece of paper that is 4 1/4 by 11. And I scored it at 5 1/2. Let me grab my trimmer. We are going to go ahead and cut this at 3 inches before we do anything else. There we go. Sorry for the wiggle. There we have it. So you can do this with any fun fold, any card, and it automatically just makes a perfect little thing a perfect little setup. Well, it looks like I might need to change my blade, but that's all right. I'm going to burnish the edge just to make it crisp. And if you get any raised edges on the sides from your trimmer, all you have to do is just go over them really quick with your bone folder or your thumbnail or whatever you have available. Now we're going to use this piece to go here, but we're going to add some other parts to it. So I took this piece of the Designer Series paper and we're going to adhere this right there. I'm going to use some Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue just so I have a little bit of wiggle room, a time to wiggle it to get it exactly where I want it in place. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on right here. And I just moved my mat. Sorry about that. For those of you watching who don't know me, I'm just going to hold this down here. My name is Cheryl Wright, and this is where you can contact me, order, join, see my calendar of events. Everything is right there at that website. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have been for over 8 years. So there we have that piece done. Now we're going to set this aside for a moment, and we're going to work on this piece. Actually, we're not going to work on this piece either. We're going to set that one aside, and we're going to work on the piece that goes on top of it. So we are going to, let me see here. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper because I don't want to mess up my mat if I don't have to. All right, we are going to take this stamp It is this very nice long stamp, and I'm not going to use the length today on it. I could, but I'm just not going to. I chose to use only part of it, and that's okay. You can pick and choose what you want to use from the stamp sets and make them your own. So I am going to have this go over here. There we go. All right, that looks good. And then I'm also going to stamp my sentiment over here. And I'm going to use my blue ink, my Misty Moonlight ink. And this is going to be a thank you card. So I'm going to use the thank you for your kindness greeting or words from the paper, or from the ink, from the set, excuse me. No, that was for the inside. And there we go. This block is one of our paper pumpkin blocks. That's why it's thinner. I was trying to find blocks earlier and I didn't find many. So I'm going to go ahead. Because these are red rubber, you don't need any cushion or anything underneath it, because of course the the foam is right on there, so you don't need to do anything else. So there we go. Thank you for your kindness. Excuse me. I just brushed my teeth, so that's probably my problem. Anybody have any big plans for the weekend? I am going to do my conference through Saturday, and then Sunday, it sounds like we're going to be dodging snowflakes. Now, I'm using our watercolor pencils. This is not the case they came in. They come in a box. This is a case that I put them in. And sadly, these cases are no longer available for order. They are in the catalog, but they have run out of them and earlier than expected, and they're not planning on ordering anymore. So very sad for us. They do have the thinner, narrower cases like these that our stamp sets come in now, but they don't use these anymore, and so they don't have any more in stock, so that's a sad thing. But anyway, we're going to use our watercolor pencils. I have several sets in here, so if you get a set of watercolor pencils, don't expect there to be this many. I do have access to the PDF that goes up front here. If you'd like it and you want a box, go ahead and you can order the boxes. They come in groups of 8, I think, or 4. I don't remember. But anyway, so you can get the PDF from me if you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and color up my plants. I'm not going to color all of them. Can't get enough of the water after I brush my teeth. It's just terrible. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, of course, color the flower. Like I said, I think these are called Black Eyed Susans because the daisies would have petals going all the way around, wouldn't they? These are the ones that have the large brown centers that pop up. I don't know. You can let me know if I'm wrong, or you can let me know if I'm right. Go ahead and make a comment. I can still check on comments and see how things are going while I'm at my conference. It's just a lot of watching, and I guess we get to do a little bit of stamping too, which is awesome. And we get to see not all, but actually we do get to see all the new products. Last night I got to see the PDF of the new catalog, and so I did get to see everything. And Celebration, I got to see the new Celebration brochure. Don't forget, Celebration is only going to be 2 months this coming winter instead of 3. It's usually January through March, but from now on it's going to be just 2 months. It's going to be January, February, and then we get to have another celebration in the middle of summer, which is awesome. So actually it's going to be 4 months. It's just going to be split up into 2 different times. So I'm just coloring. I'm just going to color some of these. I'm not coloring all of these finer ones. I'm going to get some of the stems, some of the leaves, and I'm not doing a really neat coloring job on these because I'll show you in a minute why. I'm going to grab my blender pen and touch these up with my blender pen and make them look a little less messy and give them a little bit more of a professional look. Yeah, I'm not going to color any of these little ones, just because, like, if they were baby's breath or whatever, you wouldn't see them. So this is one of our blender pens. I use them primarily for my colored pencils, but I also use them for other projects, whitewashing and other ink projects. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but yeah, I kind of left some spots. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to color it and drag this around, and it just kind of melds all of the color together, kind of just blends it. I guess that's what I call it, a blender pen, isn't it? Oh, Cheryl. Anyhow, and you can mix different colors, but right now I'm just doing the yellow. Daffodil Delight it is. And then we have a little dandelion down here. And then yellow goes into green so easily. I'm just going to go ahead and start with the green. Usually I would clean off my brush tip on my mat, but since the, yellow is a part of green, it doesn't really matter. Just picking up some color here and there. Do the stem, do the leaf. Just kind of bring in some color, and it just cleans it up so nicely. And I'm about done with this. Now I could go right into the brown, because green isn't going to mess up the brown too much. But so you always start with your lighter colors and work to your dark, and then when you need to get a color off, you just drag it across a piece of paper until the ink runs clear again, and then you are done with it. So I am finished with this, except for the fact that I want to use my new punch also. So my new punch, like I said, is this Dragonfly punch, and it will be sold as a bundle in the new catalog. Now the problem with some of this paper is when you go to punch it, it doesn't line up. I mean, that would line up, but this little guy is going to get chopped up and he's not going to fit in there. So what you have to do if you want to save the little guy, I'm going to get a pair of snips, and I'm going to kind of go wide around. Oh, I didn't save all of that little guy's wings. And just kind of cut around. I don't know why I'm cutting around that. Maybe I'll make a 3D one or something later. All right, so I kind of saved some of the little ones, but I still don't have that punched out. I like to take a Post-it note, and actually I used this earlier and it worked. I just took a skinny one. It was a chunk I cut off of some others. You just need it more for a handle than anything. And feed it into the punch. And let me see. Kind of line it up. Not even kind of line it up. Line it up as best you can. Watch the tail and the wings. And there we have our dragonfly. And then I still have the little ones I can cut out later if I choose to. And I'm going to save my little sticky note. All right, so now we have this cute little punch dragonfly that we're going to put on our paper. Oh, excuse me. So I am going to make this guy pop just a little bit. I'm going to curl his wings just to give him kind of a 3D feeling. And then I am going to put a dimensional underneath him. And I have some chopped up sheets. When they get to this state, then I cut them up like this and use them that way. So I use every bit of my dimensionals. And we're gonna go there, put it kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to stick it there. And if you've ever seen a dragonfly, dragonflies have iridescent wings. So I'm going to add a little wink of Stella to make his wings, his or her wings, just a little more sparkly. And like I said, they become 3D when I curl them a little bit. The old dog just got up and moved, so you might have heard her huffing and puffing. I think I'm interrupting her nap by talking to you. So there you go. So there we have this small piece. Now this piece goes on to this piece, just like that. Let's set that aside. And oh, we should put our ladybug on here somewhere. Okay, we're going to use a glue dot. I don't know, this is a new thing of glue dots that I got out. I think they're on backwards, but maybe I'm used to them sticking there, not over here. But I have a whole roll to use this way, even if they are backwards. Anyway, I'm just using the take your pick tool to get a glue dot off. And then I'm going to take my little ladybug and put the glue dot on there. And where should we have the little ladybug? Thank you for your kindness. It can be down here. All right, there we go. And now we have the red ladybug down there. Matches, kinda. All right. And I'm going to get my multi-purpose glue out again. And you don't need a lot. It's just paper. And kind of match it up. You see that? I can wiggle it around until I get it where I like it. I don't have a lot of time, but I do have a little bit of time. And for some reason, this one, wow, this one's needing more wiggle than not. All right, how's that look? I think I got glue on my fingers. I think that'll work. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some tear and tape over on this end only, because this is the only part that's going to adhere to the card. So we're gonna go here. I'm using tear and tape because it's a little stronger. I could also use Seal Plus, Stampin' Seal Plus, but I'm a big tear and tape girl. I just like it just because. So there's that. You can use your fingernails. You don't have to use the take your pick tool, but that's kind of just my thing. So then I'm going to line this up on here, and I'm try not to stick my head in the camera area. There. So there's the card so far. Now I have a piece of paper for the inside, but let's do a little stamping on it first. We are going to stamp let's see here. Outside we put thank you for your kindness, and the inside we're going to put you are an inspiration. And we're going to do that again in the Misty Moonlight blue. And because I have blue Dragonfly on the outside, I'm going to add some blue Dragonfly on the inside also. Okay, I'm trying not to get it in the camera. My head, that is. Okay, we're going to go here. Now, all of these edges are going to be seen over there, so we are going to we're just going to leave those blank. We're going to add a set of dragonflies up here with the blue, and we're going to call that good there. I am leaving the blue ink out for a moment because you can't have a naked envelope, correct? You should never send a naked envelope through the mail when it has a beautiful card inside. So we are going to glue this inside here. There we go. So, yes, I'm wishing fall would stay, but I hear winter's on its way again. We're talking 9 inches of snow. So there you have it. When you close it up, it looks like that. And, oh, I was going to leave the blue ink out for the envelope. Let me clear some spots. Oh, well, maybe we are going to have a blank envelope because I don't seem to have an envelope. What I thought were envelopes are not. So, oh, I know where they are. Just give me a second. I did a vendor show this weekend and I have stuff here and there packed differently than I usually do. See, I keep a bunch of stuff in these cases and now I can't get any more cases. So this one's already taped together. So yeah, I'll have to come up with a different storage system, but probably not for a while. These last forever. So I should have got more while I had the chance, but it is a done deal. I went online today and looked for it and looked for more, and there are none to be found. So I'm just going to put some dragonflies down in the corner, and I will, well, let's see here, we're going to center it up. Do there, there, and there. There you have it. So now we don't have a naked envelope, and we have a card that we can send as a thank you to someone who is inspiring, who is an inspiration in your world. Again, this uses the new products that are coming in the new catalog that starts January 5th, and it is Dragonfly Garden is the stamp set. This is the Dragonfly Punch. I don't know if it has a different name than that. And we use some of the Dandy Garden paper. And we used a ladybug, and we colored him, a ladybug trinket, and we colored it red. Yay for us. And there's also some of the mossy meadow green. Maybe I should have colored that more green, but I was trying to think spring. Spring is that bright grass, not the dry grass. So there you have it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay warm, and I hope that you are doing well. Thanks for stopping in, and don't forget to like, share, or comment on this post, and I will do a drawing. I have to do last week's drawing still, but I will try to get that done soon. All right, have a good day. Bye.